October 1962. The world stands on the edge of annihilation. For 13 days, humanity holds its breath as two superpowers stare each other down over a small island in the Caribbean, Cuba. It begins on October 14th. A US U-2 reconnaissance plane, soaring high above the Cuban countryside, captures photographs, not of sugarcane fields, but of nuclear missile sites under construction. The images reach President John F. Kennedy. What he sees will define his presidency and possibly the fate of the world. Gentlemen, we can't allow nuclear missiles 90 miles from our shores, but a strike could mean war, full-scale war with the Soviet Union. Mr. President, a decisive airstrike could eliminate the threat before it's operational and risk killing Soviet troops, maybe Russians directly. They'll respond, maybe in Berlin, maybe here. The president faces a nightmare choice: attack and risk nuclear war, or hesitate and endanger millions of Americans. After days of heated debate, Kennedy decides, not for an invasion but a naval quarantine. Soviet ships carrying missiles would be stopped before reaching Cuba. This government, as promised, will not permit the world to be threatened with nuclear destruction. I have ordered a strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment under shipment to Cuba. October 24th. Soviet ships approach the quarantine line. US destroyers move into position. For hours, the world teeters on the edge of nuclear war. Mr. President, Soviet ships have stopped. They're turning back. The first break in the tension, but the crisis is far from over. Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev sends two letters, the first emotional and conciliatory, the second demanding the US remove its missiles from Turkey. If the missiles come out of Cuba, we'll quietly remove ours from Turkey, but it must never be made public. Then perhaps we can step back from the abyss. We have ordered the dismantling of the weapons which you describe as offensive and their return to the Soviet Union. The crisis ends. No bombs fell, no shots fired. The closest humanity ever came to nuclear war was averted through restraint, diplomacy, and the fragile wisdom of fear. In public, both leaders claimed victory. In private, both knew they had nearly lost everything. The Cuban Missile Crisis changed the Cold War forever, a moment when humanity learned just how thin the line was between peace and destruction. 13 days, 2 men, 1 planet that refused to burn.